So in our worship services, we have two sacraments. We have baptism by water, and then we have the Lord's Supper, the Eucharist, where we have bread and grape juice, or in some churches, wine. And those are sacred moments. Those are means of grace. But to live a worshipful life, one of the things we like to think about is how does that extend into the rest of life? So baptism, I was baptized, you were baptized, maybe your children were baptized. How does that extend? How do we remember the grace of God? Maybe every time we see water, so you see a stream or a lake, can we think about God, just water? I'm actually made of a lot of water. Lisa's got me drinking a lot more water. That's supposed to be good for me. Every time I drink water, every time I wash my hands, take a shower, whatever, I kind of just pause and think about the grace of God, God's mercy, kind of think about my place in God's church, which is part of what baptism is about. We're sitting out here on my back porch right now. This is my favorite place to eat. We can't do it in the dead heat of summer, and we don't do it in the cold of winter, but as often as possible we eat outside. I just like the fresh air and feeling I'm part of the world, and that's kind of part of the thing with the Lord's Supper, right? Is that Jesus has this final meal, and Jesus and his disciples, they were closer to the earth and things that grew. Lisa grows herbs over here that we use in our cooking. Can we remember that, God, when we say the blessing, that God causes all things to grow. God blesses us. God gives us creativity so you can make a souffle. I don't know how to make a souffle, but somebody knows how to make a souffle. And we give thanks to God for all of that. When we're grocery shopping, does this make us picky people? There's so many choices. We have to get just the right thing. Can we be humble? Can we learn to be more grateful in a society that peppers us with, oh, your food just has to be amazing all the time, eating just the coolest restaurants. One of the questions that Jesus raises, Lisa and I have been talking about this lately, is, there are other chairs at this table. Whom do we eat with? And of course, we eat with the people that we like, or whatever, family or whatever. But Jesus says, when you have a dinner party, invite those who can invite you back. Find the poor. Whom do we eat with? We have programs at our church trying to eat with people that are different, and to learn about other people and have our assumptions challenged. Who doesn't have enough food? Jesus wants us to think about that. I love the blessing before the meal. It can be just so perfunctory, but for me, I try to remember when I say the blessing at home that it's really the same kind of thing that I do when we're in worship, and I get to be the one who says the blessing at the Lord's table before we come up and receive Holy Communion. When you say a blessing at home, you're really doing that same kind of thing, right? We're invoking God's Spirit. We're asking God to bless who we are and to fill us with God's grace. The sacramental living all throughout the week, it just has so much potential for us.